Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Lord of Ice 3 with me, Papa Omega, in the Kaiserliche Marine. So it is 1925 and I'm happy to say that there is a war in our world. But it's not our war, it is a war between the United States and Japan. Kinda interestingly though, Japan is winning this one, and when I show you the fleet tonnage, you are going to be surprised. Probably as much as I was. But anyway, this war is currently happening. We've had a number of casualties on both sides though. They seem to be limited to corvettes and destroyers. I think there was once a light or heavy cruiser, but nothing major yet. But again, the war is probably going to continue. But so far, Japan has been doing very well in that one. For us, the goal is again to get Russia and, push them over the edge and get a war with us. But we haven't really been able to do that, mostly because I lowered the general tensions with everyone. You can see that we are now doing pretty good with everyone except Japan. But this allows us the option to go with the things that will increase general tensions. Like, for example, strong arms, some Balkan nations or stuff like that, which would raise tensions with everyone. But at this point, we can really do it because the risk of having a war with anyone else apart from Russia is very small, and I don't believe that Japan will be able to fight us in any meaningful way if they are at war with the United States. So, we're getting very close, and I want to, ideally this year, to start it, because it has been long overdue and we really need to have a win. Now, when I was talking about the war between the United States and Japan, USA lost 10,200 tons in the past year, while Japan added 107,500 tons. I actually went back and checked it 2 times to make sure that it is correct, and it actually is. They have launched 3 completely new battlecruisers in the past year, coinciding with the start of the war, so they now have a completely new squadron that is going to fight the United States. So I'm kind of interested in seeing when, if we will see them in action or if there's going to be some kind of outcome of that. But they have really outdone themselves. I don't remember someone actually having such a huge increase in tonnage just year on year. It's kind of funny when you look at the year on year difference, and you will see that it's about 160,000 tons, and Japan has 2/3 of that alone. So that is really crazy. But other than that, no major changes in the naval sizes. We added 4,700 tons. 4,700. That actually would have been a way how to say it as well. There were just minor changes everywhere else. And, we added just one seaplane carrier. So that's all there is to it for us. The rest of the nations added a little bit. Italy added a little bit. Austria added a little bit. Even Spain added 1,100. So, of course, we reached a new record of 3.4 million tons overall. Now, here on this graph, you can easily see the Japanese jump. Yeah, I really don't believe that we've seen... Okay, there is Austria-Hungary, which added a lot as well, a decade back. But I don't see anything else even remotely the same here within a single year. Yeah, just Austria-Hungary and now Japan. Crazy how that works. Here's the tonnage comparison combined. We're almost at 3.5 million tons. Hopefully we're going to get to 4 million soon. And hopefully we're going to contribute to that. When it comes to the share, again, you can see Japan just widening incredibly in the past year. Anything else that's actually... Austria-Hungary increased a little bit, and our share has dropped slightly because we added, again, just one seaplane carrier. But we've done a lot of things in the past year. It's not like we have not been busy. Now, economy and budget, we are, again, still below the trend line. We've been actually way above the trend line, and then I wanted to negotiate with the United States, and I lost like 30,000 marks per year, which I will hate myself for until I forget about that. So this is gonna be haunting me in my dreams. Because of that, we had only an increase of 2.23% in our budget since last year, but it is what it is. We're still chugging along, making our plans work for us, so I cannot complain. But that 30,000 would have been really nice, because that is a difference of an entire squadron of submarines. Either way, total expenses increased by 5% to 105.8%, so they are still a little bit higher than we have our income. Funds have also dropped by 32% to 12,547, so we are back to 4.4% in liquid reserve. But again, it's not bad. We're gonna get over it, and hopefully, if the war with Russia kicks in, we're gonna see some major influx of money. We'll see. Ship costs currently at 20.56%, submarines at 6.12%, aircraft increased because we expanded some of our naval bases, so now we have a 17.08% share of our budget dedicated to them. And construction also increased to 10,606 Reichsmark, which is an increase of 6%, and share of 44.49%. We continue with the small trend increase, so I cannot really complain about it. As long as it's going up, we are fine, and our economy should be doing very well. So we'll see how much we can squeeze out of our fatherland once we get into another war. Research was really weird the past year. We got literally just 6 technologies, which seems very low, but again, I guess it is a little bit of a dead zone, and it is important to note that we've had a lot of messages that we are close to something, or that we are looking at something and we don't know how to proceed. So hopefully this year is going to be better. We gained 1 level in machine development, 1 in armor, and 1 in hull construction, 1 level in naval aviation light and air, 1 in shipboard aircraft operations, and 1 in amphibious operations, the Daihatsu barges. Fleet overview. Well, this is where it starts getting interesting. We're building a new battlecruiser, a new light cruiser, and we are building a seaplane carrier. And apart from that, we're building 4 submarines. So the Navy is increasing in size. We're gonna see some nice tonnage added this year, but we'll have to see what our budget will allow us to get. Now, the seaplane carriers are a new category for our fleet, so I put them on top. You can see that little small dot there, which is that 1 new ship that we have. For now, the major plan is to maintain and expand the fleet. We know that we want to build the Aquila class to replace Hansa and Lübeck, which is a 5-ship class, and I would like to build 10 new Aquila class light cruisers, which are going to replace them. And then we want to refit and upgrade the Karlsruhe ships. After that, we will look at heavy cruisers and potentially new battle cruisers, but at this point, this is what we have to focus on. Now, when we look at the ships, there is not much I would like to mention. Just quickly, Berlin-class battlecruisers, our pride of the fleet, are being fully upgraded. Frankfurt is the last of these ships that needs to be refitted, and it's gonna be done, I think, this year, if I remember correctly. So we'll have all 4 of our battlecruisers from the primary fleet, or the high seas fleet, refitted with anti-air, with better guns, and they're going to be faster. So that is something that makes me really happy. As far as the Valkyrie class battlecruisers go, we have Valkyrie and Freya already out, and Brynhild, which is a heavily upgraded ship of this class, is going to be ready in August this year. So it's going to be a 3rd battlecruiser to the Valkyrie class secondary battle fleet, which is, do we call it secondary? I think we call it the 2nd battle fleet. Yeah, it's stationed in the Indian Ocean. Hertha, not much to say with that. Königs were already all upgraded, which is amazing. Königs von Bayern we haven't really looked at yet, but we will. This is one of the ships that we plan to keep in the Navy. So it is pretty good. Unfortunately, we lost the first ship of the class König von Bayern years ago, which was sank by the British ships. But we still have 3 of them, so we could look at a potential refit, making them a little bit faster, a little bit meaner, and giving them anti-air capabilities later down the line. Gazelles, not much to say about those. They are stationed in the Japanese vicinity, where they are supposed to hunt and raid in case something comes up. Lübecks, as I mentioned, they're marked for basically retirement. Same with Hansa, they're also marked for retirement. Karlsruhe, as the actually successor of these, are going to be refitted eventually, so these will stay in the fleet. Gazelles too, our long-range raiders, so there's not much we can do with them, or not much that we want to do with them, so these will stay in the fleet. I don't think we're going to build more of them or upgrade them. We'll just see how they're going to perform in the next war. Aquila class is our new light cruiser, and I'm actually, I looked at the design again, and I'm really happy with it, to be quite honest. The 29 knots speed is far from the 32 knots we started with, but the fact that we now have a 4-inch belt, we have a 2-inch turret defense, we have a 1-inch deck with 80 mines on it, we have a fully fledged AA suit, decent guns, 4x4 torpedo tubes. This ship is a killer, so when used well, this will do quite a lot of damage. But we'll see if we can use them well. That is a completely different question. But I'm hoping to build 10 of them by 1930 and have them as a light cruiser backbone of our fleet. So we'll see how they're going to perform. And not much to say with destroyers. I was considering building more K-24 class ships, but we might actually redesign the class to K-31 and continue building an upgraded version of the destroyers. We'll see. Not much to say with the corvettes. They might actually... I should look at them a little bit to see if we can provide them with a little bit more of an oomph. And we haven't built... Yeah, we still have the Fredericas in service. They've been built in 1898. So they're nearly 30 years old. But they've been refitted about 14 years ago, so... these ships are mostly for colonial service and support, so I'm not expecting them to do much. Magdeburg, our seaplane carrier, the first ship of this class, already entered service last year, and Würzburg is going to come in July this year, hopefully. Bases and land fortifications, we've actually expanded a couple of air bases, and off camera I actually went in between episodes and added a new air wings to these air bases, so that's going to heavily increase the cost for aircraft, but it's also going to make us way more potent when it comes to fighting off Russian or another type of incursion. We've also built an airship base in... I'm actually not sure where we built it, but we built another airship base. I remember that. Or we've expanded an air base, but I'm not sure where we improved the airship base, or where we've built the airship base. Coastal fortification, we're actually working on that quite heavily. We built 2 10-inch coastal batteries in Germany, and we are building 2 10-inch coastal batteries, which are going to be done in April and May of this year in East Prussia, which is going to give us a little bit more defense there, and also free up a lot of money, which we can use then on another of the Aquila class ships. Officers, we actually had a little bit of a decrease. Not much interesting to say here, a lot of unknowns. We still have 1 incompetent officer, 28 below average, 22 average, 11 above average, and no brilliant officers. So with that said, we are done with the strategic overview and the report on the state of the Navy, and I'll see you in the game. Welcome to the game. So I believe that it would be good to actually start by looking at the Japanese Navy to provide you with the information that I had. You can actually sort out the ships by launch date, and you can see that right now they're building a battlecruiser called Nemuro of the Mishima class. It's going to be 38,100 tons. They're building an Okikaze destroyer, which is going to be 1,800 tons. But they have recently launched 3 battlecruisers of the Mishima class, each one of 38,100 tons. And they are really crazy. So they have 6 15-inch guns, each of them. Very familiar setup. We have the same one on our main... Actually, no, we have... Don't we have 8? I have just realized we probably have 8, don't we? So Valkyries have... Okay, Valkyries have 8 12-inch guns. And Berowins have... No, okay, 6 14-inch guns. Okay, so my bad. My bad. I should run my own ships. So either way, Mishima class battlecruisers have 6 15-inch guns. It's a familiar setup, as I said, but we have 2 rear-facing turrets and they have 2 forward-facing turrets. They have 14 6-inch guns secondaries in what looks like, I think this is like a twin turret setup, and they have 6 3-inch guns, dual-purpose tertiary guns. They have 27 light AA guns, but their belt, this ship is super fast, but their belt is only 10.5 inch. I still feel that the enemy is really what would you call it? Like, they have way less armor than I would expect it for a ship of this size, because 10.5 inch belt. When you look, for example, at our... we actually don't have it here, but let's open the Berwyn one here. So we have quality 1 guns, 14-inch on our Berwyn class battlecruiser. And when you realize that they have 10-inch armor, 10.5-inch armor, so anything closer than 19,000 yards is gonna be a full-on penetration if you don't miss. That's really crazy to me. When you think about it, it's really, really crazy. And I was kind of thinking that when you look at 15-inch guns, quality 1. Yeah, penetration for us would happen below 18,000. So if we keep them a little bit further away and keep shooting at them, we're going to tear them to pieces, pretty much. And they will most likely not completely penetrate when they hit us. So, I understand your point that we should have more and more armor on our ships, because it's going to make... If we had 14-inch belt, it would remove the danger up all the way up to 13,000 yards. Now, I'm not saying we would be impenetrable. You can always get a hit twice in the same place, but it would make it much easier. So, kind of crazy when you think about it. Especially because you think about the fact that they have naval budget of 273,000, so they have less than we do. Well, their economy is about... Well, they have about... Oh, okay, that makes sense. They have less than we do during the war than we have during the peace. That actually goes well with the truth. And I wanted to show you the air groups that I've handed out, so you can see that... Wait, what? It didn't save? Oh, come on. Come on, guys. Why? Why? Okay, well, never mind. Then we have to do it again. I thought that I saved it, but I obviously didn't. Okay, so what I did here is actually we have the fighter and naval patrol aircraft. So I added the torpedo bomber, 8 of them. I added another air unit of fighters, 8 of them, and then I added 4 naval patrol aircraft. And I did the same thing for every single place where we had the ability. Unfortunately, I'll have to do it right now as well, because I forgot to save it, obviously, when I was preparing the sheet. Sometimes that happens. I really wish there was a way how you could copy this, but I don't know. I just want to make sure that we have them. Fighters 8. And then for 4 naval patrol aircraft. And the same here. 8. 8. Oh wait, that's wrong. So remove you. Instead, put in the torpedo bomber, and then 4 naval patrol aircraft. Okay, once we get the medium bomber, if you remember, we're currently waiting for a request. I might add those if they perform well, but you know, it's gonna be our first design, so I don't know what to expect range-wise and, you know, similar things considered. Okay, so let's end the turn, see what the game will throw at us. Okay, another increase in dock. We got another 1,000 tons, putting us together at 37,500. And we got an event. Revolution in an African country has left some of our nationals stranded. What do we do? Well, that is a question. We can send a strong squadron to bombard the capital until our citizens are released. We can join an international squadron sent to contain the violence. Budget prestige, budget intentions. Well, we want war. So let's go, but let's not go crazy here. That doesn't really make sense. Let's join an international squadron, which should already increase tensions everywhere. So intelligence report, USA has reduced naval spending. Private shipbuilding is expanding. Yep. And we have a lot of new squadrons. Okay, so the tensions with Russia is now 9. It also greatly increased our yearly budget, which is great. Now we really should start thinking about activating some of our ships so that they do not, you know, when the war starts, we are not completely caught off guard. But not this turn. Let's end the turn. We get a temporary setback in figuring out the concept of increased muzzle velocity. Research breakthrough. White forces in torpedo warfare. Double gun mounts on destroyer. Oh, that's great! We can have double turrets now. Amazing. And our new naval patrol aircraft Henkel 164 is ready for operational service. Cool. So that tells me that we are supposed to actually obsolete the old one. Yeah, you are better in every single way except the bomb load. So let's get that. Okay, I'm gonna end the turn again. We have finished construction of a 10-inch coastal battery in East Prussia. We have commissioned 2 submarines. The Kaiser has returned from a state visit to Russia, bringing home a proposal to solve outstanding sources of tensions between our nations. What is your response when asked for advice? We can never trust Russia. Let's beat them soundly. Our scientists report that they are working on the problem of lightweight fittings, but success has eluded them so far. Research breakthrough, anti-aircraft artillery, 3 and 4-inch twin dual-purpose mountings. Nice. And shipboard aircraft operations, better aircraft handling practices, increase aircraft capacity and reduces ready times for carriers. France has sold the ship light cruiser Lavoisier to Russia. She will be renamed Zheleznyakov in Russian service. Interesting. Commission summary. So we should really have a lot of extra money right now. Yep, we have 1,300. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take ships that are in... How many ships do we have? We have pretty much nothing here, and we have a lot. So what kind of ships do we have in Northern Europe that we can move? So all of the destroyers pretty much. So you guys are definitely gonna move to the Baltic. Thinking I'm gonna move you as well to the Baltic. It's gonna put them into the active service. I'll keep you where you are. We have Valkyrie and Freya here. So let's move you to the Baltic. Light cruisers, Northern Europe, Ibex, Karlsruhe, Ibex. We should move you guys to move you to the Baltic. And actually, let me check how many ships they have in the Far East. They have aircraft, pretty much nothing. And nothing here as well. Okay, so that makes it extremely easy for us. We can take... where do we have them? Because those two, and I can just send you to the Far East. Move you to... where is it? Northeast Asia. Wait, I wanted to move all of you. Yes, to Northeast Asia. We're gonna have a pretty good time hunting. Okay, anybody else who would like to be active? Okay, I'm gonna move you from mothballs to reserve. Actually, let's pull everyone that's mothballed to reserve. And you are actually gonna move as well to Far East. Because we're gonna dominate the area and that's gonna give us a really good score. Where are you? Over here. Okay. And Elba and Karlsruhe. Yeah, reserve and reserve. Okay, that's gonna heavily increase our expenses, but it is worth it. We need to be ready for when the war starts. So let's end the turn. Another 10-inch coastal battery finished in East Prussia. Seaplane tender Würzburg is commissioned into the Navy. Our research team reports that they have some trouble grasping the principles of later air-launched torpedoes. The new medium bomber prototypes are ready for evaluation. Okay, so let's look at them. Well, they can carry a lot of bombs. Wow, there's a huge difference between these guys. Well, I kind of like the Heinkel because of the toughness and maneuverability. I don't really think firepower is going to be good for anything. If they get caught by fighters, it's over either way. So having toughness, this maneuverability might be better. Or you. They all have the same bomb load, so it is really just about the balance of everything. But you're very slow. Wouldn't it be prudent to have someone faster? Yeah, the Henschel seems better. Firepower 1, but maneuverability 4 and toughness 8. Because it's faster, so Actually, let's cancel it. I don't really think... Oh, no, the tension's dropped again. Okay, let's request a new proposal for medium bombers. But this time we will want speed and toughness. Because I want them to be fast to avoid enemy aircraft. Okay, so ships are moving around. We really need to push Russia into war. I don't know how we're gonna do it. Ships under construction. Okay, with the submarines, actually, I can do one thing. All of the coastal submarines are gonna move to the Baltic. All the mining submarines are also gonna move to the Baltic. And we'll see how it's gonna go. The other ones we can send in when the time is right. So it's on the turn. In the battle in Northeast Asia between the Japanese and United States navies, the United States light cruiser Chicago and destroyer Mayron have been sunk. Yeah, Japan is doing good. Russia is said to have increased their naval budget. Okay. Well, tensions with Japan increased. That's not exactly what I intended, but okay. In 2 months, Brynhild is going to be done, which is amazing. It's going to allow us to actually restructure a little bit our divisions. Come on, give me an event that we can push them. Okay, we get a blueprint for the United States ship Battlecruiser Randolph, currently under construction. 40,900 tons, 8 15-inch guns, 12 6-inch guns. Yeah, armor, just awful. But for the one-knots, it looks like they're getting faster and faster. Unfortunately. And in an engagement in Southeast Asia between the United States and Japanese navies, the United States ship White Cruiser Cincinnati has been sunk. Japan lost destroyer Shirayuki. Okay. So still nothing. Tensions with Russia are high. So are the tensions with Japan. That's on the turn. You really need to... Okay, Brynhild has been commissioned to the Navy. And we got a research breakthrough ship design. Triple turrets on light cruisers. Nice. That is really good. Oh my god, tensions with Russia just dropping. I don't want that. I don't want any of that. Come on. Okay, so we got 2,377 monthly. So what I wanted to do is actually I wanted to build more of the Aquila class. Aquila class ships. So give me a second. I'll need to open my notes to find the names for the other ships that I wanted. Okay, so we're gonna build another ship of the Aquila class. I'm actually thinking, let us look if we can redesign it. I don't think there's gonna be much of a change at all, but let's just check. No, we have for the tons remaining, so not much can be done. So this is gonna be the second of the Aquila class ships, and it's gonna be called Falke. So Falke is going to be built in 22 months, and it's gonna take a while. But we still have a monthly balance of 965. I wanted to look at the submarines. We're still building 2 more, but we wanted to remove the ones with the lowest reliability. So let's scrap those. Yep, it's the regular submarines. 1909 and 1930, yeah, they're pretty old. So yeah, let's grab them, and instead we're gonna build 2 more. And we're gonna build 2 more regular submarines. So U-228, U-229. Okay, that should do it. Thinking whether or not we want some, coastal ones. U-37, maybe? Yeah, let's build 2 more coastal ones. U-37 and U-38. We have the technology and we have the money. And we're gonna save the rest. Okay, but I really need something to start pushing. Würzburg finished working up. One of our cruisers have run aground on the shore of a minor nation while performing an illicit intelligence operations. They threatened to impound the ship. Demand that they release the ship and send strong squadron. Let's do that. Hopefully it's gonna push us back to war. Würzburg, Fleet Admiral, Admiral Curia. Nice. Okay, so Russia is very close to war again. I'm really hoping that we're going to be able to tip them through. Now let's look at the division editor. The second battle group, I actually want you to add Wait, what if we don't have you here? Trying on the... Oh, I remember. Okay, so you guys were actually supposed to be removed. You guys were supposed to be removed. Brunhild is gonna be the flagship. And I actually want to create a new division here, which is going to be a battle cruiser. So it's the 3rd battle cruiser support division, 3BC, and you're going to get you guys, and your role is gonna be Core 2D, 2nd battle group, for now, anyway. Okay, so let's hope for war. We've commissioned 2 submarines. Our ship battlecruiser Frankfurt has finished reconstruction. Nice. A regional war seems imminent in the Balkans. One of our major arms manufacturers wants to step up exports to the like with belligerents. We should avoid stoking the fires of war. A strong arms industry is a guarantee of national security. We should sell. And we got lightweight fittings, weight savings on a hull. And we get torpedo protection free. Nice, on ships. Okay, hopefully we will push Russia closer to war. I feel horrible, just doing this, but I really want to push them. Okay, now let's look at the Aquila design again. 68. Well, it's not gonna give us enough for anything, really. So we can keep it as it is. But we're gonna build 2 more. We are going to build the Adler. And we are going to build the Habicht. So we're building 4 of the Aquila class now. That's really nice. Once these are out, we can retire the Becks. And considering ships in service, all in the Baltic are in no, they're not. Okay, let's put you into active fleet. Let's put all of the Königs to active fleet as well. We had 2, so let's put all of them. Who else is in reserve? Okay, you guys are all in reserve. We're in the Baltic, so let's put you into active fleet. And anyone else? Reserve. Leipzig. Huh, that's funny. Leipzig and München. You guys really need to be inactive. Come on. No, that's gonna push us to negative. But yeah, if the war starts anytime soon, we are going to do well. So Brynhild has finished her working up. The war between USA and Japan has ended. Hokkaido is ceded from Japan to USA. Wow. So United States won. And a big victory to boot. Holy hell. I was not expecting that. Captain Suze Munich of Friedrich Wilhelm has been implicated in a scandal. The Navy cannot be a hotbed for scandals. And we got unexpected advances in naval aviation lighter than air. Which one? New medium bomber prototypes. Okay, so let's see. Okay, this is better. Max speed is much nicer. You have toughness, maneuverability. Yeah, I like that. This is much better. Compared to the other one, you're much better. Your range is much higher. So Focke-Wulf FW173. Our most monofold point scout is more than 3 years old. Should we request a tender for a new prototype? Yes. Speed and range. So the war between USA and Japan has ended. Well, I'm hoping that's not going to kill the tensions. That would be awful. No, it didn't. Okay, awesome. So we're still very close to war. Thinking how we could stoke the time of war. Actually, we have everyone in divisions, don't we? Who's not? Hertha, but that's fine because they're in Northeast Asia. Würzburg. Oh, that's right. Würzburg is not. And that would actually be a pretty good... So can we make like a... No. Carrier division. Do we have a carrier? We don't. So can I add? No. Nobody can be added to that. So would you be added maybe to the white cruiser? Chemnitz. Aachen. No. Karlsruhe and Breslau. Okay, I'm actually gonna remove EU and U and add Chemnitz here and add you guys to the second battlefield. But how the hell do we put the sea point? Where do you put the sea point under? It's not gonna be under the battle cruisers. It's not going to be under the destroyers. And they can be added to here. So where the hell do you put these guys? Rebuild ship, reassign division. No division available for... Go to the division editor and create a division. Not all ship types can be grouped in a division. Okay, so I'm suspecting that these ones can't. So let's move you to the Baltic. Just for the hell of it. Because we need you where the fire is gonna be hot. Our top spy managed to acquire knowledge of weight-saving and turret fittings from Russia. Nice! Russian government delivers a sharply worded protest over our intelligence activities. So we actually stole something from them. Nice. So we get Advanced Director, enables Advanced Director on ship. Okay, a new fire control. And we're close to mastering Carrier Force. A new Austrian medium bomber called Berg 26 is entering service. Nice. But still they didn't push us towards war. Wow, so they really lost Hokkaido and one of these. Not sure which one. But they... Wow, I have no idea why Japan lost so badly. They were doing so good. Either way, for us, last turn. Our best brains are hard at work studying the fascinating challenges of improved watertight hatches. No progress. Research breakthrough fleet tactics. Carrier Force. Carriers will operate in separate force. Airway anti-air director. Nice. And nothing. So we failed at stoking the war with Russia, but we're so close. And our navy is actually ready. It's doing much better now. We have increased our tonnage. And so did they actually. We have no battleships. They got 2. We have 9 battlecruisers, they got 6, so we outweigh them heavily in this one. We have 1 carrier, they got 2, obviously, for some reason. We have 1 old pre-Dreadnought, they have none. Yeah, everybody got rid of their pre-Dreadnoughts, we might want to do that, or convert it or something. We got 10 heavy cruisers, they got none. That's interesting. We got 16 white cruisers, they got 12. We're building 4, they're building 2. We got 58 destroyers, they got 40. We got 14, they got 41 corvettes. Wow. And we got 44 submarines, they got 12. And they got more naval aircraft. What do your battleships look like? And their battleships are worse than our battlecruisers. Their battlecruisers are worse than our battlecruisers, so yeah, pretty much we're gonna dominate them. What's your newest ships? They're building a couple of light ships. Novik, Vyacheslav. 9 5-inch guns. So these are probably triple turrets. Medium A guns, light A guns. 40 mines. Yeah, mines are gonna be a huge. We really don't have any minesweeping gear, do we? That's not something I considered. Okay, well, we'll have to think about that. Anyway, that's it for us. 1926 is upon us, so I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one with more Rule the Waves. Till then, you guys take care.